Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Spellbinder doing a report from a newsletter I get from Godfather Politics in my email. It's just like articles, a few articles and stuff together that are of interest and should be political articles. Obama's classmate reveals why college record sealed September 6, 2012. And it's like, why would anyone spend millions of dollars to have their college records sealed if they didn't have something to hide? That's the question that Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan and every American citizen should be asking Barack Obama. Why did he spend all that money? Well, it's because he's a foreign student when he went to college there. And he wasn't an American citizen, never got his American citizenship back. And if he did, why hide it? Unless he didn't, and that's why he spent all that money to hide everything. See, when he was a kid, his first father, which everyone thinks is my real father, is Davis, and the communist poet, pornographer, and then his mother met after she had him. She met Hussein Obama, Barack Obama the first. Went to Kenya for a while, and then after that came back, and then the third father, which is Satoro, she went with him over to Indonesia. Well, you can't go over at that time to Indonesia because they were at war, and you had to be a citizen, plus you couldn't go to school there unless you was a citizen. And so our Barack Obama Santoro, whatever his real name is, went over there and went to school for a while and everything. His mother abandoned him, went off, and the father didn't really care for him and sent him back to Hawaii. See, I don't doubt he was born in Hawaii. I just believe they had to give up his citizenship to go over there, so he wasn't a citizen when he came back. And you can't do that. The Constitution stricts that you have to be a citizen for several months. And he never, apparently, the grandparents never thought about it. And it was never brought up. And then he found that he couldn't get into college or anything, so he was going to use this foreign aid that you get if you're a foreign student and get the money for free. And he just showed his Indonesian passport and said, "Here, I'm a foreigner and I need aid to go to college and school." And they go, "Okay," and they gave him the money. And that's how he got in there. That's how he got on all these schools and everything. How he got through the schools, if he's... See, the argument with Rude is that if he had bad grades, why would that care? That was 30 years ago. He's president over a country in the United States. It shouldn't matter anymore. All that information should be released just to show that I was a poor black boy or whatever, African or whatever he wanted to call himself. I'm thinking of the movie The Jerk now. But he basically says that he went to this college, graduated at the same time Obama supposedly did at Columbia University, and guess what? He said nobody's ever seen him. He asked people himself. Went around and asked his colleagues that went to school at the same time he did, and they said, "We've never seen him. We don't even know who he is. We didn't know back in 2008 when Fox went and did an investigation and tried to find 300 people from the school at that time, and no one said they've seen him." So who is this Barack Hussein Obama, who uses a Muslim name instead of his Indonesian name? I mean, there's just something peculiar about that. So Wayne Allen Root presents his case, and then you decide how accurate his conclusion is. And I'll have a link to this article so you can read the article and then watch the video, and you make a decision. I think we have a way of getting Obama out of the presidency soon, before the elections, if this all has to come out. And otherwise Obama won't release his records. Then he can't go after Romney for his records, because, see, this is his argument, is let's use this, Romney, to turn around, and they're saying you got to show your tax records. Well, you turn around to Obama and say, "I want to see your school records when you went to Columbia that you got sealed away for $4 million. I want to see that. You show them first, I'll show mine. See how that works? And then Harry Reid, the one that came up with all this madness, well, guess what? Harry Reid, he can turn around to Harry Reid too and say, well, Harry, I want to see your tax records too. You came into office with nothing and now you're a multimillionaire. I want to see how you got all that money that you got in your pocket. And see your tax records and see if you paid any taxes on all that money you got under the table. Yeah, and get Harry Reid out of there too. We'll get both of them out of there. We'll get Obama and Harry Reid at the same time. We got to get Harry Reid out of there. He's the one that stopped everything. He's got a stack of bills that went through Congress and went to the Senate, and it's sitting on his desk, and he won't touch any of them. Harry Reid will not even consider any of the bills to pass them unless there's something to do with communism, socialism. And he won't do it. If it's anything for the American people, he won't look at them. That's how evil Harry Reid is. I don't know how he got it. I heard that they tested the machines the last election that he was in, and they said that his name was shooting up on the machine. It was already pre-programmed in the voting machines. Harry Reid is not a good person. He's supported by big corp too, big evil corp gangsters. And that's what he's got his stuff from. I want to see his record too. I want all this stuff come out. I want everything to come out in the wash. I want to see everything. I want everyone to come clean on this, so we can fix this country. Since Romney screwed Ron Paul, and then last night or night before, the DNC screwed their own people and said that we want to put God and Jerusalem into the platform, and it was definitely 90% no. And so they just did that. It's like, welcome to our world. You're getting to experience the Ron Paul moment, and that's what happened to us. They just went ahead and said yay to everything. And it was on, we called it on the teleprompter that it was already pre-written yay. And it didn't matter if everyone said no, Boner went yay. The yays have it. Well, that's what happened when the guy had to do it 3 times, and it still was no. And so, you know, neither party's listening to their constituents and delegates, so... You know, it's a fixed thing, and we're in a fixed election this year, and we got definitely get Obama out of there. He's trying to act like Messiah, walking on water and stuff, and he's not. He's done anything and everything a Marxist would do. I mean, we might as well have Marx come in and run the country, or Stalin. I mean, one of those guys would have done the same thing he's getting ready to do if he gets in there 4 more years. Romney, well, if you like fascism, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get fascism. I wish there was a thing on the ballot for none of the above. I wish they'd put that on a ballot so we, the American people, could show them that they're going to have to start over again. If we had none of the above and people voted that, the majority voted none of the above, they'd have to all break off, go back home, find new candidates, and come back and try again. Because the American people aren't satisfied with either party. Both parties are criminals. Democrats are just a little worse because of the Marxism in it. And the fascism, I don't see that being much better. I see a lot of corporations and banksters and Wall Street people making a lot of money off of Romney. And then I see a lot of banksters and Wall Street people making a lot of money off of Obama too, except we won't have a country. It will all be divvied out to these people. It's just wrong, man. It's just wrong. This election has just been corrupt from the get-go. They demonized the candidate that should be in there, Ron Paul. He's been consistent for 30 years. 30 years consistent on how to fix this problem. He talked about it. I have videos on my site that tells you that he's been consistent since back in the 80s. He's been consistent on how to fix this. He says we got to get rid of the Keynesian system. We got to get rid of the IRS. We got to get rid of the Federal Reserve. And neither of these two people are going to even touch the Federal Reserve. I mean, they passed a bill to audit it, but you think that's really going to really stop them? No, the Federal Reserve owns and pays for everything. And I don't want to get involved in talking about Israel, the Zionist over there. I mean, the people are great. They're actually protesting the Israeli government. Their own people, their own Jewish people are actually protesting their government over there. And yet, over here, they're sucking up, and there was a special interest sent over here to buy off all our candidates and reach all the congressmen and senators they can get their hands on. That's why we got to limit congressmen. We got to limit everything. It's just, now I'm going off on a rant. I didn't mean to go off on a rant, but this is what's happening over here. I mean, we gotta fix Israel too. Israel's got to be fixed. We gotta make sure that Benjamin Netanyahu is out of there, and the other party gets in there. They're a little bit more lenient. They don't want to actually go after Iran or the rest of it. They're not out for taking over the entire Middle East. The other party in Israel. But Benjamin he's bent over backwards to go to war yesterday with Iran and get our people, our children in America, to go over there and throw our bodies on their bayonets. That's what they're up to. That's what we always do. We always seem to go over there and fight the wars for Israel because their people are too special to be hurt. Their children are more important than our children. We're just goyim. That's all we are. We're just cattle to be thrown into the butcher shop. Man, now I'm ranting still. I gotta get to stop this. Just watch this video. Understand what Obama is. Demand that Romney do something about it and get him out of office, because they're going to have to get somebody else to run. And then we got to work on Romney for getting rid of Ron Paul, who was the only one who had the plan for 30 years to fix things. And it was definitely going to fix things. I mean, all it was let's be friends. Let's be trades with them. Let's trades with them. Let's don't fight them. By taking their stuff by force only makes them mad. It's like beating on a hornet's nest. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to come out and attack you. And you wonder why. It's like you're over there killing women and children with drones, faceless warriors, flying over there and blowing people up, saying there was a terrorist in that group of 200 people. Yeah, right. In that group of 200 people. So you got to kill 200 women and children to get one terrorist. I don't think that's level. That's why Pakistan wants us out of their country. That's why Afghanistan's starting to kick us out of their country. Because we're over there just killing their people off. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. If they really want to do this, they'd send in mercenary hit squads to go after the single person they're saying is a terrorist and not take out an entire 200-300 people at a time. Weddings and birthdays and... Man, just wrong. Well, I gotta get off here. I only got 15 minutes. I haven't got my time back. I'm still under dispute over that video. When worlds collide. Until next time. This is Spellbinder saying, be good at it, and wake up, or be a slave in your own country forever. Read Orwell's 1984. That's what they want. A boot stomping ahead forever. That's what both parties want, it seems. The GOP and the RNC and the DNC, they both want the same thing. They just got two different ways of going about it. And it will be basically the same. Good day.